Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep once again. We're out here in nature, baby. It is so windy, we might just get blown away. 10 things people don't realize you're doing because you're single. Uh-oh. Let's just... breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Are you single? Someone wrote to me saying, Ralph, yes. They're like, I just want to find that dream person. Like, why is it so hard? Is that you out there? Do you say that too? And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Okay, let's talk about it. Now, you're either in a relationship or you're single or you're with a cat down the road, okay? What is the first thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single, right? I'm here to tell you, when I was single, growing up, it was horrible, okay? Because I felt I was missing out, right? Go to the movies, people kissing each other, right? But later on in life, when I became single, what happened? I started to realize that was a time to work on myself. I meet people time and time again who look so beautiful, and you would never guess they were single. But they tell me they're working on themselves. You see, being in a relationship, you don't have time to work on yourself, right? But when you're single, see it as a gift. So if you are saying, where is that special someone? Remind yourself this. Are you complete within yourself first? Slow motion this side. What's happened in our society? Many of us, we are like a glass of water half full, trying to look for another glass of water half full to complete us. But that doesn't work because now you have two incomplete halves. So what I learned along my journey was that you have to not only fill your own cup, you got to be a full glass of water. So when you meet me, when you meet someone else, they're also going to be a full glass of water, and it's going to be so fantastic. Don't go to someone half full, right? So if you are single and you feel miserable, I'm here to tell you, don't worry about it. Use that time to work on yourself, because you will find the one you love doing what you love. It happened to me along my journey. What's the second thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single? Now, are you single? Be honest. I won't judge you. When I was single, what did I used to do? I used to look at other people's profiles who are in relationships and say, oh my gosh, I wish that was me, because they were hugging and kissing. And I'm like, I feel kind of left out right now, right? So many single people do this, right? Sometimes you got friends who are in relationships, you all go out to eat and they're kissing halfway through the meal and you're like, gosh, where are my kisses, right? So what I learned along my journey, what really helped me, was to realize this. Just because on the outside someone may appear to have the perfect relationship, it doesn't mean that it's the perfect relationship behind closed doors. Trust me, because as a psychologist, as someone who inspires millions, people write to me and tell me about their relationships. And I'm like, is that you? The one in the profile, like smiling with that other person, like, yeah. But behind closed doors, it's a whole nother story. So I learned not to envy anyone. I'm just happy being me and realizing that the greatest relationship begins with you first, right? It takes place within first. What's the third thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single? You are eating vegan popcorn alone in a cinema alone. Have you ever gone to the cinema alone? I have, right? When I was single, right? Because when you're in a relationship, the popcorn just gets eaten straight away, right? You can make vegan popcorn, by the way. I'll do a how-to on that. So, 7-day vegan challenge. Many times when you're single, going out to eat becomes a little more tricky because you're like, you walk inside and they're like, do you want a table for 3, a table for 4, table for 2? And you're like, they're like, pardon? Huh? Right? I've ate out by myself before. Have you ever done that? Be honest. And it's okay. It's just that sometimes you feel a bit greedy because you feel like you should be sharing your quinoa avocado bowl with asparagus, arugula, with someone else, right? So sometimes people don't realize you are eating alone a lot more when you're single. And that's okay too, because you get to enjoy all of that. Oh my gosh, you greedy guts. You just finished the whole thing. You see, when you're in a relationship, when I'm in a relationship, what happens? I eat a lot less, right? Because someone else just eats it for me. Okay. What's the 4th thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single? You're actually starting to realize that it's okay to be single. Let me tell you this, that I realized this. I've been single, then in a relationship, then single. In fact, one of my girlfriends, my exes, right, found me through these videos, okay? And it was amazing. But I realized that it's okay to be single. Then I got into a relationship again. Then I went single again. Then I got into a relationship. You get my drift, right? It's okay to be single. It's not a bad thing. It's better to be single and happy than in a relationship and miserable. Slow motion this side. I get it. Because a lot of people talk to me, they write to me. They're like, Ralph, yes. They're like, I don't like this person I'm with, but I just don't want to be alone because I can't think of anything worse than that. And I tell them, but you're miserable. You're not happy. And they're like, so? Now, if you want to promote your wellness, you got to be where you're happy. I've been in relationships where I've been super happy. I've also been in relationships where I've not been happy, and then realized that when I'm single, if I'm happier, then it's better. I don't want to be in a relationship which isn't working just to show the world that, hey, I'm in a relationship that isn't working, right? That's really not necessary. What's the 5th thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single? You're getting that much needed time alone and just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Many single people who have just come out of a relationship will tell you that they just need this time alone before they jump into another relationship. They just need this breathing time just to get clarity and say, what the hell was I doing? Like, what the hell was I doing with that person? Nobody knows. Don't worry about it, okay? So many single people are actually enjoying this free time without a curfew. Being in a relationship, sometimes it's like, hey, you got to be back by this time. Don't talk to this person. When you're single, you can do whatever you like. And no one is going to judge you for it, right? But in a true water relationship, no one should do that anyway. But a lot of people don't realize single people are enjoying being single, that they have this freedom, right? To really do whatever they want, go wherever they want, and dress however they want, right? What's the 6th thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single? You are reminiscing on the one you let get away that you really loved. I used to massage your back. Right? How could you do that? And they're no longer there because you screwed it up. You took them for granted. It happened to me along my early journey. Never again. Never ever gonna do that, right? I appreciate people right now. A lot of people don't realize sometimes single people are having flashbacks about the one they let getaway, right? The magical times, I was with someone and she always used to make the most amazing vegan food, right? And sometimes I'm like, gosh, I actually miss that. I miss her, right? I miss the experience, right? But deep down, what's helped me along my journey is just to say it didn't have to happen, but it did. You got to be grateful for that. You got to be grateful. You got to be grateful that it even happened in the first place, because it didn't have to. So what I've learned is that there's always someone else that will come along. We hope. What's the seventh thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single? You are reminiscing on the great times you experienced with someone and both of you mutually parted ways. Ever been in a relationship with someone and then kind of just drift away from each other, but you're still cool kind of thing? And then you're like, why aren't we together? And you're like, nobody knows. We just didn't talk anymore, but we're still cool. And we had great times, right? Sometimes single people have flashbacks of that, right? And once again, it is bringing back in you this level of gratitude, because we don't own anyone. You see, we have this mindset in our society that we can actually own someone like we own a car. Oh, she's mine, he's mine. That's just the illusion. We are all connected. We are all primordial energy having a human experience, right? So that's what you're doing. What's the eighth thing people don't realize you're doing? Because you're single. You are, wait for it. You're reminiscing on a relationship you had that you are happy that is over. Because it was a pain in the ass. Like, you don't want to deal with that crap ever again. In fact, you don't even know why you even entered the relationship in the first place. Like, what the hell were you thinking? What were you drinking? Did you wake up on the wrong side of bed or something? Right? Has that ever happened to you? Like, you were in a relationship, you got out of it, and you're like, phew, thank goodness I got out early while I'm still young. Okay? So sometimes that happens. Sometimes it's what I call you're actually happy you're single because you have more breathing space and you realize that relationship wouldn't work anyway. And now you're open to someone better coming along that can help you, and you can help them become your greatest version. What is the ninth thing people don't realize you're doing? Can you feel that wind blowing? It's so windy right now. Because you're single. You are realizing that at the right time or the left time, you will meet your true reflection. You see, I've realized everything is seasonal. We have different seasons, right? And it's the same thing when we talk of sexology, water, fire, hot, cold, yin, yang, right? You will meet someone when you are ready and when they are ready. Sometimes we meet people when we're ready, but they're not ready. They're still tying their shoelaces. Give them a chance to do that first, please. Goodness gracious, right? But once they have done that, you're ready, they're ready, and now you both make some beautiful babies that say, can I get a hello? Okay, all at the right time, what I call divine timing. You got to be patient. You got to learn how to wait, because something is coming for you that is going to it's going to help you realize why all your other relationships didn't work out in the first place, right? Because they're going to be your twin flame, your soulmate, your best friend, and someone who scratches your back at 3 o'clock. What's the 10th thing people don't realize? The 10th thing people don't realize you're doing because you're single. Now, you are making relationships a top priority. That's what you're doing, right? People don't realize you're doing that when you're single. You're like saying, okay, I blew so many relationships in the past. Next time I'm going to get this one right. I'm going to get it right, right? Okay, so that's what happened to me along my journey. When I was single, I started to realize I've got to make relationships a top priority in my life. And now they are a top priority, which is why my relationship is so fantastic. I love you, right? So a long time ago, it was all about work for me. It was all about making money. Then I realized I already got that, right? But right now I realize love is the only thing that matters. Love is the only thing worth living for. And in the end, that's what's helped me along my journey, because love is all you need. Ever heard that song, The Beatles? Love is all you need. Oh, don't make me sing in nature, right? We've got the birds to do that. Okay. How many of you, this is a question to you, how many of you at school said, I just want to find the one of my dreams and be happy? Not many of us said that at school. We were like, I want to be an architect, a scientist, a rapper, a ballet dancer. So now it's time to put love at the forefront. That's what I'm realizing, because I already got the money, I got the fame, I got the cat down the road, and now I got the relationship. It makes it all complete, right? So make relationships a priority, right? That's what a lot of single people are doing. People don't realize, because they realize like, whoa, love is all you need, baby. And then they just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Have a beautiful day. We're out here in nature, just getting high, breathing in that good ass prana. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You.